I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then like I begin to internalize it and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not turned into a whole other thing, but my husband really loves my feet.
It seems like everybody hates Ayesha Curry right now, especially after this interview.
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl, and that's it.
Where it seems like she's trying her hardest to embarrass her multi-millionaire, future Hall of Famer, greatest shooter in the NBA husband, Steph Curry.
Ayesha Curry is a prime example of a lady who married a man that she thought she was better than. That's the reason why she's always talking shit about that man. She craves the attention that Steph Curry gets because she believes that she deserves it, and she believes that he doesn't.
The vibe is legit giving Jada Pinkett Smith, who a lot of people would agree is the worst celebrity wife ever. And if not that, she's probably at least the most embarrassing wife of all time.
What happened, Jada?
I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August. We actually became really, really good friends. One of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission. You know, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Jada single-handedly emasculated Will Smith and took him from being one of the biggest, most respected stars in Hollywood to a shell of his former self, going through an endless midlife crisis.
Head, shoulders, knees, toes, hold up, wait, pose. Not like pretty girl.
And it just seems like he'll never fully recover from this moment.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
And I think to many of the onlookers, it seems like Jada did all this on purpose. Like she had some type of resentment to Will Smith, to being a bigger or more beloved star than her, where she thought she was bigger than the program or deserved his success. From her red table talks to her book to her interview, it's like she took every public opportunity to drag him down a notch every time she opened her mouth.
Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me
Oh my goodness.
if you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just...
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused in one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start roll. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
And now Ayesha looks like she's walking down that same exact path. From this interview where it seems like she resented her entire life from being married to having kids, to other interviews where she said very revealing things about her relationship that I think would embarrass any husband, let alone an all-time great NBA star like Steph.
Turned into a whole other thing, but my husband really loves my feet.
Oh, I love that.
And so, like, the light was hitting him just right that day. And so I was like, let me just snap this photo and send him a picture of my feet. So I always say, like, when he says to send nudes, like, that's what he's getting, a picture of my bare feet. I don't know if he's happy about it.
But I'm Drew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl, and that's it.
Whether she means it in a bad way or not, I think any husband's stomach would sink if they hear their wife saying that, especially on a public platform. For context, this is a 36-year-old mother of 4 kids that's married to Steph Curry, who from everything we know is a great person all around in and off the court. This man has never had any drama, no cheating scandals. Nobody has even ever heard him say a bad word about somebody else. So to be married to a woman for 14 years, just for her to reveal to the world that she never wanted to get married or saw herself having kids, I think would make any man feel a type of way, even though she may not really be saying anything wrong. I guess the point is some things just don't need to be said.
And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
I definitely can agree with that sentiment. If you get married in your early 20s or have kids in your early 20s, that is so young in life to have serious responsibilities. But at the same time, she was marrying a man that was already in the NBA. I don't know why she still wouldn't be able to pursue whatever her dreams or passions are. I believe she was a chef at one point, so she basically married somebody with endless resources that could help her invest in whatever she wanted to do. So it seems like her marriage to Steph would be nothing but a benefit to her, even though she's kind of looking at it like a burden.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like, your fucking shots suck tonight. But like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real.
I guess she's talking about receiving criticism online, but it just seems like a rich person complaining about her life or complaining about people not understanding her or getting her.
We found out we were pregnant with our daughters so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it.
I don't know, maybe I'm receiving this wrong, but her lamenting a career or kind of whining over losing opportunities or career opportunities when she is married to a multi-millionaire. Again, to put in context, her husband, the man who she has 4 kids with, is one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball in the history of the NBA. With the money that they have and the access and the connections, she could do whatever she wanted to do and have a full team of assistants or support around her to pursue any passion or goal. Even if she is a mother and Steph travels a lot because there are 82 games in the season plus playoffs, we all know that these millionaire families have help, have nannies, have assistants in the house. So it's never like she would just be tied down, locked down, taking care of kids and family and having to give up on her life goals or passion. Again, it just sounds like a rich woman complaining about being rich.
But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
If I have a career and I'm not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing?
I'm sure after having kids and getting married, there are probably a lot of people out there, a lot of women out there that can relate to kind of having to redefine yourself, refine your purpose, and figure out what you want to do with your life. But what she's saying, given her situation, does just kind of come off tone deaf to me. And it seems like a lot of people felt like that. Sometimes you got to keep your mouth shut. From this interview and other weird things that she said, I kind of agree. Ayesha Curry is also the same woman that says she likes to be wanted or desired by other men. A married woman with a highly successful, rich husband who ain't outside making her look dumb. This is exactly why most women deserve less.
And like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, I don't...
Sitting at the table with Jada is the wrong place for any wife. She'll mess around and have your wife come home talking about entanglements. That ain't it.
I don't have any of that. I have zero, it sounds weird, but male attention. And so then,
You
like, I
don't
begin to
even realize.
internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with
You're
me?
not,
like,
you're not looking.
what?
You're not
Like,
looking. You're not even.
But I'm gonna tell you something else too.
I still think that's a crazy clip. A married woman complaining about other men not looking at her, hollering at her, sliding in her DMs. Anytime I see her saying something, she's always complaining. So ungrateful. It does seem like she's always unhappy, or at least trying to play down her happiness in marriage to relate to regular people somehow. I just don't get it. If Curry never recovered from those ankle injuries early in his career, would they still be married? That's a good question. Based on her vibe, I doubt it. Dead ass embarrassing for any man. I don't know a man that wouldn't be embarrassed by their wife getting on a podcast in front of the world saying they never wanted to be a wife, never wanted to be a mother. They basically feel incomplete and you don't get them. And this one actually started a little bit of back and forth discourse. Ayesha Curry is not the first wife and mother to have these feelings, and she won't be the last. I just think people don't like her for real. I can definitely understand women having those feelings, especially if you get married or have kids really young. Men have those feelings, but to blast them on a podcast with millions of views and listeners with a clip that you know will go viral, I feel like you're not protecting your family, your marriage, or your husband. And the response to that, except she's not married to some broke, lazy man who forces her to stay home with kids, or one who abandoned her and left her in survival mode. She's married, in her own words, to a kind, supportive, successful man, and she has resources to live freely and become whoever she wants to be. I said the same thing. So what's the point of constantly going public to say you never wanted your husband or kids? What's to gain from publicly demeaning people who love you and tries their best to support you? What is the actual intent? These are questions, and I think they're really good questions that I would have for my woman if she did this. And again, another response to that tweet. No, she said she didn't want kids and turned around and had 4. After she had the first, she said she needed to focus, then turned around and had 3 more. Women have to admit their role in their own complaints. Women literally adjust their lives to their men, then complain they adjusted.
She craves the attention that Steph Curry gets because she believes that she deserves it, and she believes that he doesn't. She can't fathom that he gets the attention that he gets. Because how can this motherfucker that's underneath me get all this attention? And she still believes that she's better than him to this day. Babies and marriage and all. Like the recent interview that she did, she was like, she wasn't even like, she didn't really think that he was even the best for real. Like, she was like, what's the hype about? Like, she boldly said this shit out her fucking mouth about her own husband.
It does legit just seem like she is starved for attention. It all just comes off very desperate, and I'm pretty sure this won't be the last we hear from her, especially with Steph nearing the end of his career. He probably has a year or 2 left, so who knows? We'll probably see her being a lingerie model or something else in the future, just trying to get her groove back. But I think most men would be uncomfortable with their women or wife publicly talking down to them and their relationship and saying that their kids and what they gave them was unwanted. It's hurtful, and those type of statements seed resentment for some reason, even though it's hard to figure out what she would be resentful of. But y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.